Hi friends, thank you for joining me today. My name is Molly. I go by Molly Makemaker here on YouTube and over on Instagram. And this is a channel about cross stitch and a little bit about other sewing and crafty things. And today we might have some quilty updates. So thank you for joining me. I'm going to talk a little bit about whips today. I have one cross stitch finish, a little bit of birthday haul, and then again my quilty updates. So let's get into the whips. So the first whip that I wanted to talk about today is in Praise of Pollinators by the Blue Flower. I started this on 32 count Stormy night earlier this month. This is my birthday start for 2024. And this is my progress. So the last time you saw this, I had stitched the bee in the center and these flowers, and I think I had some of the outline, but since then I have stitched these bees up here and this flower, these flowers down here, and this little bee, and then I stitched out the outside of the bee skep for the center. So this one is stitching up pretty fast. I'm really enjoying it. I don't think that it'll take too much time. I mean, there is quite a bit of stitching in it, but it goes by really fast. And it is such an adorable pattern. So I can't wait to have this guy finished for my birthday. So that's my progress on this one. So the next project that I wanted to talk about is Mary Morgan's by Fox and Rabbit. I am stitching this on 32 count Nor'easter from LFA Linens. I started this for my birthday in July of 2023, so last year, and this is my progress. She's so big, I can't even see. Okay, so the last time I showed this, I had stitched quite a bit of the flower in the center and most of the leaves, but it wasn't completely finished. So I finished that out, and then I started on this little transition border to the bottom area because I wanted to get over to the border. I did switch some of these colors up. One of them was like white, and I wanted it to be colorful. I didn't want it to be white, so I switched that out. So I did make that change. And then I got over here to the border so that I could start on the border, because I really want to get the border done, so therefore I can work off of that to stitch anywhere else in the piece. And so yeah. The border is actually, it's not huge, it's pretty small. It does have a few colors, but it stitches out pretty easily. One thing to note, if you are stitching this piece, there are two places that I'm aware of in the border where the border doesn't follow the pattern. And I believe that's like somewhere up in this corner and then somewhere down here that I haven't gotten to yet, but I have it marked on my pattern so that I remember to get that extra stitch in the border so that it lines up the way that it is supposed to be in the pattern. I was inspired to do this project because I saw Carrie from Tiger Lily Designs start it for her birthday a couple of years ago, and I absolutely love it. I love the colors. I just love the bright colors. She redid the quote at the bottom. So there's a quote in, I don't even know, maybe German or something. I don't know. But so I'm planning to redo the quote at the bottom. I'll either use hers, or if I find something else that I like better, I'll do that. But I definitely intend to make that change. But here she is. Love her so much. And a little bit more on this. So I did some math. There are quite a lot of stitches in this. I believe it's like 30,000 stitches. And for my birthday starts, I really like, or I would prefer to start the month of my birthday and then finish by the June of the following year so that I can have another birthday start, and then that is my birthday project. I currently have 2 birthday starts projects because I didn't finish my Mary Morgan's. And she's got quite a few stitches. So I did some math, and I need to do about 2,200 stitches a month, which is a significant time commitment for me on one project because I don't have a ton of time to stitch. So I am going to try to do that. My plan is to maybe work on it for a couple of days to maybe get like 1,000 or 1,100 stitches on it. And then if I'm not dedicating like a stitch day to that project, to maybe do a thread or 2 a day to try to get that extra 1,100 stitches in for the month so that I can try to have this finished by next June. I did some other math, and if I wanted to give myself 2 years, and I only had to do 1,100 stitches a month. So we'll see how it works out. I'm hoping that I can meet that, but for me, that's a pretty hefty goal for this coming year, but we're gonna try. So I'm excited about that. I'm excited to get it finished and on the wall. It is like absolutely ginormous on this 32 count. When I started this project, I think I was a little scared of 36. I think today I maybe would have started it on 36. And if I have any other future big projects, I think I'm gonna do 36. I have one project in 40 count. I haven't tried that this year, so maybe one day we'll get to 40 count, but it's gonna be huge at 32, but I like it, and I think it'll work out. One other thing that I wanted to mention on the Mary Morgan's project is I attended the Lindy Stitches Midsummer Stitch event, and there were some people talking on that project or at that meeting and saying that they really liked the Morgan hoops for stitching. So I mostly use Q-snaps on my projects, and I have one Nurge hoop, and someone had mentioned that they really liked the Morgan hoop. So I got a few of these. I got one in the 12-inch, and then I think I got 2 in like a 7 or a 9. I can't remember. So I've been trying these out because I would really like to take my project off of whatever hoop it's on at the end of the day. But with the Q-snap, I just feel like it's so much work to take it on and off. I ended up leaving it on there. And I know that's not really good for your projects. So I'm trying these out to see if it's easier to kind of take it on and off. So we'll see how that goes. So excited about that. So the next project that I wanted to talk about is the Greenhouse of Oddities, which was a stitch along that I started last year in 2023 by Lola Cross Stitch. I decided to pull this project out because I had been seeing the Deadly Aquariums SAL, also from Lola Crow, that everyone is stitching, and I remember when it was being advertised and I really wanted to start it, but I'm also trying to keep my WIP number down because I don't want to start everything. And so I really resisted that. And I also have a hard time with mystery stitch alongs just because I just find that my time is valuable and I don't have a lot of stitching time, and so I don't want to spend my money or my time on something that I don't like. So I'm hesitant to do the mystery stitch alongs because, you know, what if I don't like it? So for all those reasons, I didn't start the Deadly Aquarium Sal, even though I have 2 degrees in marine science. I really wanted to, but I held back. But here recently, I'm in her Facebook group because I started the Greenhouse of Oddities project, and I've been seeing some of the releases. So I don't know that I can resist it any longer. Like 2 weeks ago, there was a release for a chimera, which is a cartilaginous fish, which is related to sharks. I absolutely love sharks. I was pretty sure like if there was a shark in this that I was going to get it, but I hadn't seen one yet. But the last release had a shark in it. So, I mean, I'm gonna buy it, I'm gonna start it. But to do that, I really wanted to finish my Greenhouse of Oddities before I do that. So, and also I need to buy, I'm going to order some fabric for the Deadly Aquarium because of course I don't have anything in my stash that is perfect for that. So I'm going to need to buy something. I'm planning on purchasing from Stitch Me, and it'll be like a made to order. So that's going to take several weeks to come in. So that'll give me some time. Not that I'm going to finish this anytime soon, but anyways, so here is my progress on the Greenhouse of Oddities. The last time you guys saw this in my whip parade, I hadn't stitched this tree right here, which is a parasitic vine that, you know, just lives off of whatever its host plant is. So that's pretty cool. I like him. I also wanted to mention, I didn't mention this in my whip parade, but I have changed the dress color of whoever this person is. I can't remember who it is, but she in the pattern is in, she's supposed to be a ghost. So she's in like blacks and grays. And I just, all of these purples were in the pattern already. And so I just picked, I think like a light and a dark, and I made it work. So I like that. I'm not sure exactly where I'm going to go next. I was looking at the pattern yesterday and I'm really excited over here. There's some angel's trumpet that like hangs down and some other guys over here, and they're white. And I just got this, which is the DMC glow in the dark floss. This one is E940. So I had seen some other people, actually I think I saw some people use this on their Deadly Aquarium Sal, and I also saw some people use it on their Greenhouse of Oddities. So I'm planning to substitute this in for some of the white stitching so that it will glow in the dark. And then also, on top of just wanting to get this done so I can start Deadly Aquarium Sal, I was talking with a friend of mine and she was telling me how, you know, she loves plainty things and like spooky things, and I just think that she'll absolutely love this project. So I'm wanting to finish it so that I can get this framed and stitched over to her as a gift. So I'm excited about that. So the next project that I want to talk about is a finish for a friend. So Jessica, if you're watching this, you need to look away and turn off the video. You're not allowed to see this until I give this to you, which will probably be after this video comes out. But I started this project as a gift for a friend of mine who has a birthday in July. It is Witch's Night Out by With Thy Needle and Thread. And here she is. She is just absolutely adorable. I love her so much. This is stitched on 32 count flannel flower by Fox and Rabbit. I stitched it in 6 days. I think it's about 2,000 stitches. So I did dedicate quite a bit of time to this. But I personalized it. I changed all the colors and I personalized it a little bit. So my friend is on the shorter side and she likes to wear platform shoes. So I gave the little witch these little platform shoes right there. And oh my gosh, it's so stinking cute. I love it so much. She also had thrown her old pumpkin last year into her compost pile, and it started growing, and this witch is growing pumpkins and she likes planty and spooky things. So this is just absolutely perfect for her. So I cannot wait to finish it. I'm planning on finishing this as a flat fold. I've never done a flat fold before. But I think I can figure that out. I think it'll be good. So I'm hoping to finish this in the next week and gift that to her. For Witch's Night Out, I used my own color conversion for the pattern because I just wanted to use what I had in stash. So I have black coffee from Classic Colorworks. I have 2 oranges from Weeks Dye Works, which are Clockwork and Carrot for the pumpkin colors. I've got this avocado for the green for Classic Colorworks. That was Color and Cotton, not Classic Colorworks. And then I have Palomino from Weeks Dye Works. I think I used this on her shirt. Sargasso Sea from Color and Cotton. I think I used that for the stars. Toasted Marshmallow from Color and Cotton. Baked Apples, Color and Cotton. And I have Chai and Creek Bed, also from Color and Cotton. The Creek Bed was for that, the cauldron. So she turned out really cute. I'm very excited to finish that and gift that to my friend. So I also wanted to talk about my Stitchy Plans for the next couple of weeks or the next month. I already talked a little bit about this, but I'm planning to focus on Mary Morgan's to try to finish her in this coming year. So I need to do 2,200 stitches on that. Or if I'm not like focusing on it that day, do like a thread or 2 a day on it. And I think I can make that 2,200 if I'm consistent. For the Greenhouse of Oddities, I wanted to try to do like 1 planting a month, which I'm hoping that I can accomplish that in like a couple of days. There is like 1 extra planting that I would have that would actually have me finishing in January if I just did 1 a month, but one of them is I think a little bit smaller than the other, so I might try to knock that one out at some point. So I've talked in the past how I really like to do seasonal stitching, and August I feel is kind of like a weird month. Like, is it summer? Is it fall? Like, you know, we're kind of right there in the transition. So I'm gonna maybe try to work a little bit more on some of my summer stitching, possibly the Seaworthy sampler, to try to get just a little bit more stitching on that before I put it away and start doing some of my fall stitching. But at some point in August, I do plan to start some fall stitching. I've got Haunted House Trio by Waxy Moon Designs that I have stitched all together that I want to finish by this spooky season, by October. I'd really like to have that finished by October. I also have the Dark Queen of the Earth that she feels like, you know, she's kind of a fall stitch, so I might pull her out. So I'm really excited about getting some new projects into the rotation this month. So I think I mentioned in my last Flosstube that July is my birthday month. So of course I needed to buy myself some birthday gifts. So here they are. I made 2 purchases, one from Adam Hart Cross Stitch, and I got these floss drops. This one is in the colorway Cosmic Rainbow, so it has all kinds of colors. I just absolutely love these floss drops. And I think I had said before that I do all of my floss on floss drops, but just to clarify, I usually only put DMC on these, and I'll leave the other ones on the little card that they come in. And then the other one that I got is this, which is Ocean Nebula, which would be perfect for the Deadly Aquarium Sow. I'll have to see how many colors are in that. I do have some like bigger like color cards that I like to use for some of those bigger projects that have lots and lots of colors. But if it works out, maybe I'll use these. And then the last thing that I bought for my birthday for myself is a new project bag. Oh, isn't she cute? I love her so much. This is from the Pepper Pot Shop, which if you watch Sarah's Stitchery, I believe it is, her mom sells project bags, and apparently also her sister, which is the Pepper Pot Shop. So I bought this from her. So I got the project bag, and it has, oh, this super cute little zipper pull, super cute on the inside. And of course I had to get a little project bag. It also has a cute little zipper pull. And then, oh, I got a free little gift with it. Adorable. So, love that. Inside there's my receipt. You don't need to see that. But, so super cute. Happy birthday to me. Love. The last thing that I wanted to talk about today is I got a little bit of quilting done. So all of the cross stitches, all the cross stitch updates are over, and we're gonna move on to quilting. I had it behind me during my video, but this is my quilt. It's huge, so I'm gonna have to insert a video or a picture of the whole thing. But this is the electric slide quilt from Tula Pink. It is from her, the fabric is from her homemade line that was released in like 2020, 2021, something like that. So it's kind of hard to find these days. My mom has a long arm and is trying to break into the long arming business. So she quilted it. I went to see my mom this last weekend, and we got this quilt and one other quilt that I'm going to show after this one, done this weekend. So it's just absolutely gorgeous. It's kind of hard to see on video without getting like super close, but I use this pantograph that has a sewing machine, a thread spool. There's some scissors in here. Let me see if I can find the scissors. Oh, here's a tomato. Can you see that tomato in the stitching right there? And then, oh gosh. Anyways, but since the fabric is sewing, I can't hold this up. Since the fabric is sewing theme related, the stitching pattern has a sewing machine, the tomato pin cushion, a thread, some scissors, some needle, a needle and thread, and then it just like repeats all over the quilt. So it is so super cute. I Absolutely love this fabric line. I mean, obviously I don't have it finished. It still doesn't have binding on it, but hopefully I'll get that done soon. Also, this is the first time I'm using her wide backs. So this is one of the Tula Pink wide backs, and it is so super soft. This is also from the same line as the homemade fabric. So it has like all these measuring tapes in it. All of the fabrics in here are sewing theme related. So we have a sewing machine. We've got the little, the thing that you measure with, the grid. We've got rotary cutters, sewing, the thread tape. Anyways, it's absolutely adorable. I love it. This thing is ginormous. I guess we'll see if it fits on one of our extra beds, but I don't know that it's quite like a full queen sized bed size, but it is fairly large. So, but love this. Super cute. Also, as a note for your long armor, if you are intending to have your quilts quilted by a long armor, make sure to get enough backing fabric. I can't remember how much I actually purchased. Whenever I bought this, this came in a kit, but when I bought it, there were no more kits available. So I had to collect all of the fabrics myself. And so I bought the backing separately. And I don't remember how much I asked for, and we didn't measure it, but it was 2 inches too short on one of the sides to be able to do this quilt. So luckily we were able to, since this quilt backing is 108 inches wide, we were able to turn it, and it was just enough. I mean, we had like barely any margin at the top, and then we maybe had 4 inches at the bottom. So it was just barely enough to get done. And, you know, my mom did this for me, so we were able to kind of work through the challenges, and we sewed on a leader to it so that we could get a few extra inches. But, you know, most long armors may not do that because that's going to take a lot of extra work. But I'm glad I was able to make it work because I loved all of these fabrics together, and I just love Tula Pink, and I love, love, love all of her bright colors. So can't wait to get this 100% finished with the binding. Hopefully that won't take too terribly long. I do like to hand sew. I'll machine sew it on the back, but I do like to hand sew it onto the top. So that'll take some time, but hopefully we'll get this done soon. So I got 2 quilts quilted this last weekend with my mom. And the second one was a sew along with Alison Glass called Feathers. I started this in 2022 in January, and I finished all of the sewing of the top in February of 22. So that's a little bit of that quilt. Again, this one is not quite as big as the other one, but it is hard to get it on camera. So I will insert some photos or some videos of it. But this one was all paper pieced. And so I also waited until the last minute to take all of the paper out. So a couple days ago, I was removing all the papers. That took some time. And then for the backing on this one, I also picked an Alison Glass fabric, and I am extremely proud of the backing that I put together, because you can hardly even see that seam. It's right here. This is where I pieced the back together. Anyways, I mean, there's a couple of spots where it's like a little bit more noticeable, but there are some of them that it was just like right on. Love it. For the quilting pattern on this, I can't, it's hard to show you. Again, I'll insert a photo or a video, but it was just some squares that kind of overlapped each other. I had a hard time trying to decide what quilting pantograph to use for this one, because I just felt, because it was so like kind of angular and had straight lines everywhere, and like there were very clear like columns, just something with round curves just didn't feel right, even though I like all of those like feathery curvy things. Anyways, so this also doesn't have a binding on it, but we'll get that on shortly. And actually, now that I think about that, I know what I'm going to bind the other quilt with, but I don't know that I really planned that out, so hopefully we'll figure that out soon. But once again, so my mom did all of the quilting for these quilts. Her business is called Sews Quilts. I'll put a link down below if you're looking for a long armor, like if you don't have one in your area and you're willing to mail your quilt in, there's another resource. So that's all that I have to talk about today. Thank you for joining me, and if you like what you saw, hit the subscribe button, and I hope to see you again next time. Thanks. Bye. How am I gonna do this? I don't even know. I don't know. So I didn't take a picture of anything. How? We'll just take it down. I have thank you, Mako. Thank you. I'm filming my video. Oh gosh. I didn't think I was gonna get all nervous when you got home, but now it feels weird. I said I didn't think I was gonna get nervous when you got home, but now it feels weird. Don't listen to me.
Well, I could barely hear anything you said until you yelled at me.
Okay, well.
I got my earbuds in.
Okay, well, just don't look at me. Don't listen to me. Love you, bye. Can you take him with you so he can